and they're going to buy from somebody else.
Right.
I mean, there's so many different, people, and same with Mac or Cornwell or whatever. There's enough for everybody. And
when you go to the beer store, or when you go to the grocery store, you go to the beer section. How many cans of beer are there? How many different kinds of beer can you get now? There's enough room for everybody.
It's really sad. But like I said, I had a customer, and he sold his business, and he was a really good. I would have loved if I had the opportunity to work under him. I mean, he was a very knowledgeable guy. But he was so wound up about he wouldn't tell anybody anything because he was afraid of being replaced.
Yeah.
Or put out of business. And I kept telling him, I said, dude, you got, but he unfortunately and luckily he had a heart attack. He lived. I mean, he had a heart attack. But it was amazing how he changed about showing people on how to do stuff. And he, it was that type of thing where, he applied. It was a different thing, a different outlook. And, again, like I said, it's guys like Alan here. You learn from one of the best guys, and you will be one of the best guys eventually, Alan. I mean, it's just the stepping stone. That's the way it works. And, but, that knowledge keeps going. And I know I babbled on about it, but it's very important for that to happen. For this industry.
And also, I've been blessed also to also train a few guys. A few guys that just stuck with me, and I pushed them as hard as I could. And I would always tell them, I'm training you guys to be better than me. I want you guys to take this further than I ever could take it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Right. And, and right now they're doing great, and I'm super proud of them, and I'm glad to hear from them every once in a while. And or you see them on social media, and it just makes me proud that they're still keeping it going. And
that's awesome.
Yep, all the time.
Well, it's like for me in coaching, I've had a few former players come and ask if they could volunteer and work with me, and I've had kids that haven't played for me that have wanted to come, and I'm like, if we can get you in, I want to get you in. Let's get you set up and get you moving, get you some experience and get you some reference, get you some, what you need. And because just like with the car industry, a lot of things are changing in sports too. And then, and the thing is I think in any profession, you'll find people that they're not serious and you can kind of weed them out. Or they're just looking for the what they can gain from you and run and then take off. They'll weed themselves out. Right. But the ones that want an experience and that want to learn something, they'll be serious and then it'll come to fruition because again, like with for me with coaching, I want to see other coaches that can do a good job and and are in it for the right reasons, And it's the same with anything on cars and stuff. You want the people in it that it can benefit them, it can benefit others, and it keeps the industry going.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
It's just a seed planted in one little kid out there that you never know. That kid could be one of the best builders to ever live. You know what I mean? So that's definitely true.
So you said you guys started a little late. I mean, but let's go back a little bit, like when you were a kid and when you were out playing with dirt and rocks and sticks in the yard. Those times. But did we get into was it like for me? I would get a model. I would build a model the way the box was, but then it was. Okay, I took it back apart, or it had the car crash, and then all of a sudden now you're adding stuff. I mean, did you just develop that way, or how did you stumble into where you stumbled? I guess.
Well, it's kind of funny you said that because I was just telling Laura the other day that I swear I invented sticking the big wheels in the old cars back in the day because I would take them out of different cars and I would stuff them in there. And none of my cars would roll, but man, it would look cool. It would look super cool.
Started modifying Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I started modifying little, any cars. I, put body on a Chevelle body on a NASCAR.
Yeah.
They were all model cars because I'd give the bodies to my dad, and he would paint them at work and bring them back to me. So I always had cool paint jobs on my model cars.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny. My mom, at my mom's house, we've been cleaning out and getting stuff, downsizing, getting stuff together and so forth. And we had came across a whole bunch, of my old model pieces, the boneyard of stuff, So, like I said, I was just curious, how it started for you and how it kept going. If that was one of the ways or
I
what.
would say model cars. My dad had a whole library full of magazines. My mom would always be so angry because he had so many magazines and still does.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands.
So I grew up reading magazines, just checking out cool stuff. And there was nothing else to do really in this little country town we grew up in,
Yeah.
It was, there was a lot of Hot Wheels, a lot of just make believe and hot rod magazines,
So then after that process, what was your first car and what was like the first modification done to it?
Oh man, see, that's hard to say because in high school, we like to race in high school. So I had a 70 Monte Carlo that we tried to race. So, I kept blowing the motor up. And my dad would just put another one in and tell me, don't be out there racing. And I'd be like, I'm not racing. And go back out there again, blow it up again.
Yeah, but, don't feel bad. I went through high school without a girlfriend because I smelled like 90 weight between blowing up transmissions and rear ends. I was soaked in 90 weight, so I was the stinky kid with 90 weight all over me. So
right,
don't feel bad.
Yeah, no. So I was very spoiled. I was very spoiled. I also had a Pontiac Fiero that I would drive like Monday through Thursday. Then on Fridays I would drive my '55 Chevy.
Oh wow!
Painted. Yeah, it was a '55 Bel Air 4-door, two-tone blue. I've got a picture of it, but I'm standing outside of it when trying to.
Yeah, I love that. I'm a Ford guy. I'm a Ford guy, but I would love to have a 55. I tell you, I would almost do anything to have a 55, even if it was a yard art. I still have to have a 55. So
it's still one of my favorite cars.
Yeah.
So my top three, I would say a '55 Chevys. Man, they're just tough to not like.
We won't tell Terry about that. I didn't bring that up because somebody has an issue about that.
So Terry comes on. His question to all the guests are, "What do you like out of the Tri-5?" And he's the 56. I'm the 56. Brian, you're what, the 57?
55.
55.
Yeah. Yep. Same here, 55.
Man, I'd have to vote 55 too. Yeah. Because I don't like the grill on the 56 or the 57.
Yeah.
One of my buddies had a 56, and he was a really good body guy. And his car was so nice, and I just fell in love with it because he did such a good job on it. And he ended up dying early. He had a heart attack at 35 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I had my 55 early, and now I wish I had a 55. Maybe one of these days I'll get one.
I'd love a 51 slammed and chopped.
There you go. Now you're talking about style.
51. Yeah. But just a slight chop to it, not an aggressive chop, just slight with a little bit of a rake.
Yeah, you would like my 53 because whenever I chopped my 53, I only took 2 inches out of the windshield because I wanted it to look natural,
Yeah.
And it looked really good. And then in the back, I had lowered it like 3 inches. And then one day, just playing around, I'm like, let's drop it some more to see what it looks like. And I think we ended up leaving it at 6 inches because it just looked too good. I couldn't raise it up no more. It was like, man, no, that looks too good. So we left it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yep, slow and low.
Slow and low, exactly.
Yeah, one day when I grow up, I'll get something.
Right. Yeah. This is still in the works. Hopefully, when I sell my Charger, I can start focusing on this 53. That's the plan.
Yeah.
So I just have to move whatever.
Well, that's awesome, Alan. Like I said, I just really admire you guys.
Appreciate
You know, it's funny. When I was growing up, my dad was you know, he had you know, his job was in the government, but you know, he would come home and he had a very nice woodworking shop. You know, he had all the saws and all the drills and all the, you know, planers and all that stuff. And on the weekends, he'd come home and, you know, you hear downstairs in the workshop just banging away and, you know, going along. And I never really understood until later on. I never saw anything come out. All he was doing was making sawdust, you know? But the funny part is, I love playing with metal and beating and banging and cutting and welding and doing that. And it's the same thing. I just have a whole bunch of metal shavings, you know. I don't, you know, it's trying to work with that or learn or develop in that. And
don't
you
give
know,
up.
when I get a chance to talk to guys like you or see your work, it's just amazing. And I'm honored that you give us a chance to learn a little more about you guys, and it's awesome. Just keep up the good work. One day I'll show up on your doorstep, steal some food, and I'll bring my hammers, and we can beat some stuff together.
Right, come on over.
Texas will welcome you. Come on.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, like I said, I'm really enjoy that, and hopefully, if I ever get anything back on the road, it won't be too lopsided when I've been beaten on too much.
Right.
That's awesome.
I'm sure it'll be good.
So Keith has a lot of vehicles. Keith, give us a little update on your vehicles.
Update on my vehicles. They're still sitting there rotting away. But I have a 53 Buick that's I would like to. I don't know if I would like to chop it, but it does look really tall. But I just want to get that thing running and driving the first place. I need to do the interior in it. At least get some seats in there and drive around. It has a LS swap already.
Oh, nice.
So I got the whole drivetrain's done. Wiring's pretty much done. It just needs interior. Then I can drive around. So, but
sweet.
Yeah. It's
if you ever want to get it chopped, let me know. You know,
yeah. It's a 4-door, so that's, you know, I like, out of all the cars I have, I like working on that one the most because I don't care. I can do whatever I want to it. It has rust on it, and it's like, like the trunk is all bashed in, rusted, and there's no lock, and it just opens up. So I'm like, I want to get this trunk down. So I just bought those Jeep, the things that hold the hood for the Jeep down. I just four holes, drilled it in, just boom, clicked it down. I go, there we go, trunk's fixed. I don't care. It holds the trunk closed. You know, the car is. You know, I can do whatever I want to it. I don't have to. I don't feel bad. You know,
it's true.
Some
I don't know if it's true, but they say that the 4-door is a little bit lighter.
Rusted up 53 Buick. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I don't know if it's true, but they say that the 53
it's a super. So
they're lighter.
Yeah, light in weight. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, there's a neighbor down the street, and he has one that was a 4-door. I don't remember exactly what year, but it's within that range. And they chopped it. They did a pretty aggressive chop. It looks good. At first, I thought it was a Mercury, and as I got closer, I was like, no, that's a Chevy. And I started talking. The guy had it at a Cars and Coffee, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're my neighbor. But anyways, yeah, he was telling me it was a 4-door, and then he was showing me where they welded it shut, and then they lengthened the front door, And I was like, oh my God, yeah, I can see it. You know.
Oh, he turned it to a 2-door?
Yeah, he turned it to a 2-door.
Yeah, there's a guy, DD Speed, I think, from in Canada. He's been doing a lot of conversions. You take he's doing it on Chevys. You take the Chevy regular 2-door, you get a pair of doors, and then you take the back door, you cut the back door, and that becomes the back. And he moved the pillar, moved the center pillar over and stuff like that, and it looks like a 2-door.
I'll have to see.
Yeah,
I'll have to see if I still have my pictures that I took of it at the Cars and Coffee. I could have taken a picture today. I was running up to the steel yard to get some stuff I'm still working on my fence. And as I went by, he was pounding on something and had his welder out, and he had his car out in the front. He was working on something in the garage, but he had the car out in front. And I was like, oh man. I was like, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah. No, to me, the 4-door, like the 55, the 57, the 4-door roof always looks a little bit nicer than the 2-door. For some reason, it looks a little bit slicker. So, I could see why they would make a 2-door out of a 4-door.
Out of a 4-door. Yeah.
Just because that roof line is just, man, it's so nice.
Do you think they're the same length? They can't be, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the roofs are actually longer on the 4-door than it is on a 2-door, but they just look weird on a 2-door for some reason.
They look more bubbly. They try to, they try to get that line going, but they have to end it because they're coming to the,
to the trunk.
The trunk. I know what you're talking about. It does look a little more bubbly or whatever.
That makes sense.
I
know the guy down the street, he was saying, because I asked why he chose to do that with that, and he said he always wanted a 2-door. He said, but he found the 4-door and it was cheap.
Yep.
And I said that makes 100% sense. I said, in fact, I told him, I said, in fact, now that I've seen your car and what you've done to it, I said I've come across 4-doors and they were cheaper, and I was like, I don't want a 4-door, I want a 2-door. But now that I've seen your car, now I wish I grabbed every one of those 4-doors I've seen before.
Right, I know. Now they're selling for high now.
Yeah, because everybody's starting to do 4-doors now too, because they ran out of 2-doors.
Yeah, you can't find a 2-door unless you're going to pay big bucks.
Yeah, so a lot of people are running. They're starting to build the 2-doors. I mean the 4-doors.
The 4-doors. No, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all knew, but we started doing chop classes. I've got one set up in September in Angleton, Texas, at a shop called Dirty Leg Inc. And they invited us out there to go chop a 1950 Ford shoebox. So we're going to be out there in September. And then I've just put some flyers out because I really want to reach out to everybody everywhere and just say that we can travel if we have to. If you guys want to do a chop in Texas, we're more than welcome it. We really want to get out there and just try to teach as much stuff as we can, not just on the show, but also on the road.
Nice. Yep.
Wait, on the road, come to Florida?
Oh, I'll definitely come to Florida.
Come to Florida?
I haven't been to Florida.
Yeah, I've never been.
Yeah. Come chop my 53.
Yeah, no, it'd be great. It'd be great.
We can set it up, Keith. We can set it up.
Yeah.
When you want it done.
I don't know. I get so many other projects. I just want to drive this stupid thing. I want to be able to take it out and go to the shows with it and just, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Before winter. I mean, right now I'm not going to. There's no way seeing it, and it's like 1,000 degrees here. Like it is everywhere. So, fall and winter is when I would take it out. So that's what I got to shoot for, just so I can take it out. Anywhere.
So I got 30 days left for work, and I'm retiring.
Nice.
Wow.
All right.
Then I'll be going full, So I'll be going full 100% with planning traffic and my media company. So I'll be able to help people. Anything you need to get out, I'll be able to do it. A little more full time. Yeah. That's my love. This is my love stuff. So
I'll hit you up.
So yeah, I'm be hitting it pretty hard because I'm scared I might not be able to eat. So I got to keep it moving.
Right.
No, I will hit you up on the media though, because that is, one thing along with the juggle. I'm trying to help him here in the shop, and then doing the editing, and then just all life, like in general, like every aspect. Like it's a lot. Like even like trying to reach out to people, like it's so time consuming.
It really is. And it's hard too because you got to, it's hard to get a hold of people. You got to email them. You don't know if they got it. You got to wait for them to email you back. Like I'm terrible with emails. I just was going through my email. I was like, oh man, I missed a couple things where I should have been there. And that's another thing. I'll be able to be on track. Yeah, be on it. Yep. But yeah, it's a hustle, man. It's a full blown hustle, and I can't wait to do it. Do it the right way, and not have the regular job. And then everything else is secondary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, regular jobs, they get in the way of all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Pain in the neck.
Messing up the flow.
Right. I know it's hard. I always tell everybody, I just have a playground, and I come and I play all day, and now I play all night, and and then go home, take a shower, and do it again tomorrow.
Yeah. People think when you have your own business that it's going to be easier, and it's way opposite than that. Yeah.
No, it really is. It really is, because I remember, I'd be like, man, I just don't want to be a 9-to-5er. I don't want to be a 9-to-5er. And then, like 2 years of working straight, it's like, man, 9-to-5 don't sound so bad.
Baker,
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, you're done, right? 5 o'clock, you're done. You don't have to keep doing it.
But you know what? I've met a guy that he has his own business, and he actually shuts down. He says, my body and my rest is just as important as the business. So when he gets to 5 o'clock, he's like, shut down. And he was like, oh, we got stuff to do. Nope. My health is more important. So he shuts down.
That's true. We did talk about, we would like maybe to one point, maybe like to work, so like maybe 10 months, 9 to 10 months, but then to really like maybe around holiday time, really kind of like shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for, it's just me and him right now. Of course, we could try to do that, but, to sit there and enjoy time with the family, enjoy seeing the world, and not, putting that off also.
Yep. And that's my plan. We're going to travel around. I'll do my car stuff. I can do it from the bus, you know what I mean? And just let my body reset and take advantage of our country, because our country is really a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And it's too small not to see it all. Like it's too small, really, for people not to get out there and see it.
Once you go out there and,
Yep. So 31 days. I'm not leaving in 31 days, but my brain will be open, be wide open.
Right? You get to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
How many years have you been doing that job?
15.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Nice.
I was self-employed for 30. So for the 15, that was, hey, I had to eat.
Yep. Is there like a pension or anything you get from there?
Yeah, but I can't collect it because I'm leaving early. I'm 55. I just turned 55 on the 22nd. So I gotta float my way for 7 years till I get my pension.
Oh, okay.
You'll have
I also changed my whole lifestyle. I have all my toys. I have everything I need. So I changed my whole everything. My budget's real small now. You know what I mean? Everything's paid off.
Yeah.
So I can do this because I changed my lifestyle. I had big cars, I had, condo. Got rid of all that stuff. I'd rather, spend time with the wife, see the land.
It is true. When me and Laura lived with Gene, we lived in his backyard. Basically, we lived in a junkyard in the RV, which is kind of like a dream come true.
But we got rid of everything, the house, like, you know what I mean? We got rid of everything, but then we realized, like, with so little, we were the happiest we'd ever been.
We were the happiest we'd ever been with the least amount of things we'd ever had.
And it's crazy. We get caught up in, think about the world is tricked into saying, I have to keep working until I'm too sick to do anything.
Right.
Exactly.
And it's all for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really is.
We're working for stuff.
Yeah.
Working for stuff.
It really is.
And that's why we like the motorhome for us, like when we finish it in California, because then we can take our home wherever we want it to be, and we're not fixated in one single place.
Right.
Right.
I'm still begging for my 632. You know, I figure a motorhome with the 632 would, you know, run decent. Maybe it helped me get up the hill.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to put a Nelson racing engine in our motorhome.
It's
Nice.
turbo because it needed some gas mileage. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen the Ring Brothers Winter Bagel?
No, I haven't.
You have to YouTube it. They got an old Winter Bagel. It's like a 75 or
Is it
something.
like a Brave or something? I think it's like a Brave, like one of those. I used to have one.
It's a box.
Yeah, it looks like a
I have
box.
like one like this little play one.
Yeah, and I don't know what, I think it's 1,000 horse in it. I mean, it's a beast.
Jeez.
Wow. That's super cool.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
yeah. I seen him one year at SEMA, and when he was on the show, we were talking about it. And he said one of his buddies, they were thinking about getting one, and one of his buddies was at an auction. He goes, "Oh, I got you an RV. I got you a Winter Bagel." He goes, "Okay." He said when they brought it, he goes, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do with this junk?" He said it was all messed up, but they put a big motor in it. The drivetrain is a monster.
Didn't they lower it or airbag it or something like that?
Yeah, I think airbagged it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah, you got to YouTube it, man. It's funny. They got it going down the track. They run it. I forget what he said it ran, but
That's wild.
I have to check it out. That's awesome.
I don't know if that's funny, but then also who made what's that guy? Oh, Farm Truck and Asian. They made a trail. Well, they took a trailer and just put it over some frame.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? And it's driving around. Looks like a pole behind trailer.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the one that looks like the trailer got free.
Yeah, those are funny. Yeah, because he's sitting there with a car and then the trailer, and then all of a sudden the car pulls off, whatever, and the trailer keeps going. Everyone's like, "Oh my God!"
Oh, yeah, I got to get them on the show. Every time I see them, I talk to them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll come on," but you know, we just haven't hooked up yet to get them on here. But I have a long list of people who want to come on, but it's just time. You know, everybody's time is really finicky, so we'll get all those guys on.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Nice.
Yep. But hey, I still have to be an adult in the morning and go to my 9 to 5, or actually, mine is 5 to 12:30. I got 2 years.
5.
Nice.
Only for 30 more days.
30 more. I'm out.
Yo.
So hey, Alan, you can stay on if you want. You know, you can hang out with the fellas. So everybody in the chat room, please go check out Alan's YouTube channel, and check us out on PowerTube TV. That's where you can find all the good stuff. Plan and Traffic, and you get you get swag. You can get swag on planandtraffic.com too. You can get a cup or a hat or T-shirt. You know, that helps us not get skinny here on the channel. So feel free to buy a hat or something or a keychain, you know, whatever you need. So hey, Alan, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you, bro. And
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And you need anything, you know, hit me up. And you got to remind me because my brain's like going south. So if you need anything, let me know, and I can try to help. And I'll let you know on some other stuff that we talked about earlier.
Are you gonna
Sounds
take it off live?
Appreciate you.
Okay, take care.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off live because
if
nobody
Ray's not
else-
here to do it, yeah,
nobody else can cut it off.
because we don't know what's gonna happen next. We don't know what we're gonna say.
Right. Yeah.
All right,
So-
guys.
I'll be
Well,
hanging
I'm
for
going
the
to let y'all
fam in a
go
minute.
because I get to get back to work. And
all right, Alan. Appreciate you.
All
All right, take care.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
bye, everybody.
Take care.
You guys,
Great talking to you guys.
All right. Thanks, man.
thanks, Louis.
You cut the stream off. I think you guys can stay on, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we can stay on.